So just here with Gavin from Feedsy, we've gone through a few different sessions, implementation sessions, just really running through and starting to break down what they can do in terms of measuring performance on the sales and marketing side of the business, where they're spending a lot of time and energy and resources into making right from the database on the front end, right through to then getting the bookings and the sales on the back end, making that really happen. So Gavin, just ask you a few quick questions. For you guys, where were you at, say, at the beginning before we had those few sessions? And what was the core challenge that you were facing at that time?
Well, we essentially had no KPIs for our activities, and we were very overwhelmed by the thought of having to do that. And I guess what you've helped us do is actually sort of break it down to our essential needs, and I guess making it very simple for us to visualize basically what we're doing in the next campaign that we're doing, the next round of marketing efforts, how to visualize what we're doing, but also how to then visualize that into a KPI and to a way of measuring and tracking it in a really easy way.
Yeah, great. And I think the key distinction here is, although the core of what we do a lot of is building dashboards, one of the key things I've mentioned to you is that it's not the right timing. And I think that that's a big insight for a lot of people, where it's not about us saying, hey, you need a dashboard, because it's not the right timing for certain businesses at certain phases. And I think what we've really focused on is conceptually, what does the process map or flow look like? And then how do we translate that into a practical tool so you can actually start to track some of this information as you go? For yourself, what's the clarity that's brought to you around being able to kind of then move forward and start to measure performance on a really simple level initially?
Well, I guess what it's done for us is understand, I guess the conversion rates or the drop-offs from the inputs to outputs, and for us to sort of see that we need to do all the inputs to get the output, and we need to sort of keep our numbers up and to check our numbers to see whether our theories or our I guess goals can be achieved in a really easy, measurable way. So rather than having a go and go, bang, did it work or not? We actually now can see, we do this, we're going to get that, or we're not going to get that, so maybe we need to fine tune things to achieve a goal. Rather than crossing your fingers going, I hope it works.
Yeah, excellent. All right. And is there anything else in terms of what you're excited about moving forward now that you can actually start to get some runs on the board with making this implemented within the business?
Yeah, I'm just really excited. I guess I got a sense of control. I guess I'm in control of what we're doing now, and a bit more understanding as well. And a lot of my fear and phobia, and I guess I've been putting this off pretty for years now. It's now gone. So I'm very, very relieved and very happy.
Awesome. And there's plenty of people out there that are kind of sitting there thinking, well, I don't really know how to measure performance, and maybe I've got a marketing agency or a sales team or salesperson, or maybe you're kind of doing it all yourself. But what advice would you give to them in terms of the first step that they can take to start to get clearer?
Book an implementation session with you.
Sure, no worries. Anything else? Like anything else where you're like retrospectively, if you had to handle it on your own, you're like, yep, I do that
probably
first.
just to draw like a flow map of like you've done for us, a flow map of what we're doing, and going, when people go from here to here to here to here, how many people go from here? How many people do this? Sort of map it out so you can sort of visualize what you're doing and go, okay, let's now record those things. So it's probably just visualizing, I guess, a process of what you're doing to be able to track it first.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, Gavin. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
It's been awesome. Thanks.